want to be a Munchie boy?
Munchie boys!
Yeah. It's another episode. What number is this?
29.
Oh, yeah. Episode 29. Season 3, baby.
Or, as they said in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, 29 dudes!
What was that in reference to?
That's not the real number, actually.
Okay.
I made that up.
But you just wanted to, use the same inflection.
Yeah, basically.
I am talking to you live from my new office, Aaron.
Whoa! We're in new office?
Yeah, and let me tell people how fresh this is. It is so fresh that you might, if you're, into audio, you might hear a little weirdness. That's because I don't even have the room treated with my studio foam yet.
Or he's weird.
Second of all, I don't even have my iMac set up. I'm on my laptop.
You don't have your iMac set up?
No, and it literally takes 2 minutes. I don't know why I didn't just do it.
Tony, are you nuts?
This might have taken longer to set up than just setting up my iMac, setting up my laptop up here. And one downfall that I'm bummed about, I think we're going to have the electrician come put in a plug, is that this room has 2 outlets and both of them are the two prong only. No ground, so He's going to have to do one of those little, link things or whatever it's called.
Do you know how to quickly ground that, Tony?
No. How?
Take a small, knife and stick it in one of the...
I was just going to say, should I take a fork and kind of just stick it in there?
Yeah, just kind of stick it in. You'll definitely be grounded there.
Aaron, look on the screen. I'm having a fucking beer.
A Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm having a Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, 0 Calorie Cola.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Story of my life.
You need a cold Coca-Cola like Ma Rainey. I just said that because we just watched Ma Rainey, that new movie on Netflix. Let me look it up.
What's a Ma Rainey?
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's a new film on Netflix right now, and it's about. I'll just read the synopsis real quick. Tensions rise when trailblazing blues singer Ma Rainey and her band gather at a recording studio in Chicago in 1927.
Oh,
and it was good. It was
well,
good.
That sounds good. See, I made a mistake over the weekend and was just looking for something, to throw on in the background while I was eating.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, I went to Netflix suggested Manhunt Deadly Games.
Oh my gosh, what was it? Was it what it was?
Well, it's about the bombing of the Olympic Games in Atlanta and
okay.
Richard Jewell and stuff. So I was like, all right. I kind of know the story of this. I figured it would be a documentary thing, and it was just something generic to place in the background. But no, it's a dramatic series that kind of retells everything. And then I had to watch the entire thing. I binge watched it all Saturday, and then yesterday I had to go back to season 1 and binge watch Manhunt season 1, where it's all about Ted Kaczynski. I'm living in serial bomb world, Tony.
Oh my gosh, you're going through a phase.
My brain is exploding, literally.
You're going through a phase, a bomb phase.
A bomb phase. They definitely
it's the bomb,
are adding
baby,
a bunch of crap to it. It's all completely fictionalized TV nonsense, but still, it's crazy.
That's nuts. That is nuts. That's what you've been watching. Bomb stuff.
But also, to me, it's also more than anything, it shows you the power of the media and how the media can completely mislead because they want to be there first and tell you the information before there really is information to tell. Because I feel personally, I still thought that Richard Jewell was responsible for the Olympic bombing.
Whoa! And then you found out that it was all not him.
Well, it was Eric Rudolph. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't know who did it. I just know from the implication of the movie. And I didn't know that either until I had seen the trailer or whatever. But then, even from the trailer, I don't like how they give it away. Yeah.
Spoilers for this thing that happened 20 years ago. 24 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But, no, actually, how long ago was that? Was that 99, 96?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know much about it.
Yeah, it was 96. If you're being spoiled on a what was at the time the largest scale terrorist bombing, of the United States citizens on United States soil. If you don't know the information about it like that, prepare to be spoiled. It was Eric Rudolph. It's fun to watch, but again, Manhunt Deadly Games added way too much crap. They added a whole bunch of crazy malicious stuff that never happened, and there is, it's a fictionalized TV drama show. It's not a reality at all. However, the way they set up the Richard Jewell stuff at the beginning, it was freaking brilliant. Because it was, and the way they kind of reveal, like, oh no, he's a hero. He's a hero. Oh no, he's highly suspect. He's a hero bomber. You know, and the way they all played it out was just like how the media kind of played it out. And because I remember when that happened. I remember also there was some. This wasn't mentioned at all in the series, but there was some kid that looked up like a backpack or something like on the web. Back then, the fairly early days of the internet. Back in the later 90s. But like FBI arrested him. They're like, because this kid looked up a backpack on the
Yeah, and that was literally it.
And the media again, it's like they I'm not trying to have get on my little Tide Pod about ranting about the media, blah 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 blah. But it's like, I worked television news during the Von Mauer shooting, and I remember reports coming in saying like, oh, there's this black kid in camouflage that's shooting people.
Yeah,
and then they had this black kid in camouflage. They sent us pictures of him like that, and I had to go and cut this picture of this kid out.
Oh yeah,
and there was nobody else to like punch the cut ins. I was the, because basically the way that like television,
I remember this,
generally works is you have like the directors, and then you have like the other people, and then eventually you've got the graphics people who are like all in the same union. So if you're like a graphics person, there's no directors or anybody else that can like actually go live and direct the cut in. They basically send whoever's next on the totem pole down, which unfortunately was me at the time.
Yeah.
So they're running in like, here's a picture. Go get the kid. Go cut it out. All right. We gotta go cut him. We gotta go live. We gotta go live. Punch the kid up. Put the picture up. And then like the second the picture of the kid goes up, the program director or whatever runs in. No, cut the man. Take the picture. Take the picture and picture down. And it's like,
oh my god.
Because again, it was just some kid that happened to randomly be at the Crossroads Mall.
By the way, I hope that
Westroads Mall.
I honestly hope that he was able to sue, because that's pretty insane. Like,
oh, I hope so. But
like,
that's
at least get a settlement. Like, that deserves some money right there, because that is such bullshit. That's insane.
In that case, that also does show kind of the I'll say prejudice of people.
Yeah.
And the media in general, like that, because like if you.
Yeah.
A West Omaha shopping mall, and there's some black kid in camouflage. Ooh, how dare there be a black kid in camouflage in our mall?
I know.
And suddenly somebody else, somewhere else, some other part of the mall starts shooting. Apparently people's brains, like, and that's horrible. There's definitely a huge discussion on race in America. Then this is all part of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't him. We won't get into the real shooter because spoilers, that was all like, a good like almost not 20 years ago. How long ago was that? Jeez.
That was a long time ago. I don't remember.
I've been out of news for like 8 years, and that was
and I haven't watched it since.
I haven't. No, absolutely not. Jeez, that took a crazy direction.
I forgot. Oh yeah, we got onto that because you were talking about Richard Jewell and the kid that got.
Yeah, but it's like that's the media. It's like you see some some hillbilly white bubba dude like that, and they're like, okay, yeah, I can kind of buy that guy's probably created a bomb just so he could be the hero that saves everybody from the bomb.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh! On a lighter subject note, are you?
Yes, please. Any subject, anything.
Okay, so Derek Silkman, who's also Aaron's friend. Guess what movie he showed me and Whitney?
Child's Play.
Let me give you a hint. It was created by Motown.
Created by Motown. Was it a Motown Christmas?
No. It was like a narrative film.
I don't know.
The Last Dragon.
What's The Last Dragon?
What? You haven't seen it? Oh my gosh. Okay, you're okay. I think he left it here. We're gonna have to I'm gonna have to get permission to let you borrow it, or you just come watch it.
I mean, I know Pete's Dragon, I know Puff the Magic Dragon, but what's The Last Dragon?
Okay, here we go. 1985. Ready?
Sure.
The Last Dragon. Leroy Green. A young martial artist living in New York City trains tirelessly to attain the same level of mastery as the great Bruce Lee. One night, his life changes forever when he rescues television personality Laura Charles from evil businessman Eddie Arcadian. Impressed by Leroy's bravery, Laura falls for Leroy, but to keep her safe, he will have to defeat a gang leader named Shonuff, the self-styled shogun of
Okay,
Harlem.
I
It
guess
was
I was a
seriously
little
fun.
familiar with the idea that The Last Dragon was a thing.
Yeah,
I've never seen it though, but
it was gloriously like fun, like cheesy and funny and good.
Yeah. Okay. Did you ever get down to was it Bruce Leroy's in Benson back when it was there, like the soul food Chinese restaurant?
No, but that's funny because that must be what it's after because that's the name of they call him.
Oh, it absolutely is after that.
Yeah,
But I mean,
that's awesome.
This place.
No, I
this
didn't
place
try it.
Was great. I went there with Sam Rocha from a different food podcast whose name we won't mention Saturday.
Nice.
But oh man, yeah, that was really good. I mean, because like it was basically like, hey, let's kind of take the idea of Americanized Chinese food and let's take the idea of like American soul food and combine it. And
Nice.
oh man,
That's so cool that they use like the movie to do that, like the theme or whatever. They get the name.
yeah, I know it's very. I mean, very.
It makes sense.
Very much tongue in cheek in the idea of like what the names of the foods and the items and stuff.
Yeah.
But they were really good. I forget what it was all what all they had now, but it was really really good stuff. And unfortunately, they didn't last long. But it was great while it was there. I mean, had we all had our food podcast at the time, maybe we could have like went there and brought it to at least 13 more people.
Yeah. I'm trying to adjust my mic a little bit. There we go.
Oh, look at that! He's trying to adjust his mic.
I'm trying
He's
to
in his
do it
new
without
studio.
creating any like big squeaks. There we go.
So are you like basically permanently moved in now?
Yeah, we live here now, and but we have everything to set up still. Like I literally have rooms with just stuff like put in there. Like my office, as you can see, isn't even remotely set up.
What's in your garage?
Oh, there's this certain car in there. It's not my car actually, but
Is it an e-bike?
It's kind of like it's this car that's kind of like it looks like it's made of stainless steel. I think it is
What?
stainless steel. I think
is it that Tesla Cybertruck?
I think I actually no, it's not that one. I think I actually stole your car.
Wait, you have my car, my
Yeah.
DeLorean?
Yeah, I
Well,
stole
let me go
it.
check my. Let me go check my garage real quick.
Okay.
Walking downstairs, opening the door. My DeLorean's gone. It's not in my garage. Tony, do you have my DeLorean?
I told you.
Ah.
Merry Christmas. I'm the Grinch. I steal people's DeLoreans.
Yes. Grand Theft DeLorean.
Yup.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're not even that mad.
I had a crazy dream about you and Whitney and moving houses and stuff last night. It was really weird. I won't get into
Don't you love that when your dreams like mix with reality and then it's like crazy? Like there's so many layers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there were, I won't get into like some more of the weird stuff, because there was like some really, really weird stuff. But part of it was like the house that you had before, for some reason, I don't know what the deal was with it like that, but it was basically like you could trash it. Like after you moved out, it's like
That's funny.
nobody ever is going to come back to this house. It's going to be demolished so we can do whatever we want.
Oh man.
So I think we tried doing some kind of like a film project or something.
yeah,
where we
and
would,
then
like,
it just became
knock the walls.
Nick's video of Icky Blossoms of just destroying.
Yeah. Basically, everything becomes like an Icky Blossoms video. It's like all life eventually evolves into crab form, like crustacean. This is actually a really very real thing, and all creative things eventually become Icky Blossoms videos. That's just kind of a.
Oh man, the Sierra Nevada's hitting the spot.
So is the Coca-Cola zero sugar, 0 calorie cola.
Yep, you wouldn't start the podcast till you had it, like Ma Rainey.
No.
I love like dwelling on one little detail of a movie. Like I swear that's how I am. Like I noticed that Ma Rainey had to have her ice cold Coke before she would start recording, but then like I probably missed like an important detail.
Important detail. What's more important than Coca-Cola zero sugar, 0 calorie cola?
I know, and it's weird because that's what she asked for in detail. Yeah.
Weird. I have no idea what you're talking about, who this person is or what this thing is.
It was that movie I was talking about, the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Yeah.
And that got us on the whole Netflix thing, which got me into my whole weird.
Yep. See how we get to
diatribe.
See how we
whatever,
get to where
yeah.
we're going. We get there eventually.
Yikes.
Speaking of getting there eventually, why don't you just tell the people where'd we go?
Sergeant Peffers. There.
I love how you just casually told, like, there was no buildup. It was like, Sergeant
Normally
Peffers.
we're like, hey, where'd we go? What'd we do? But no, it's
And
Sergeant Peffers.
Can I just say, everybody, stop saying Sergeant Peppers. It's not Sergeant Peppers. Yes, it's named after Sergeant Peppers, but it's Sergeant Peffers.
Although they do have Italian sausage chunks and peppers. They've got a lot of peppers. They've got a lot of Mancini peppers and things, other kinds of peppers.
I love how I was like, we need to have a Beatles theme about this because they're a Beatles theme. But then I was just thinking there's really nothing to talk about except, and I will say, because I'm obsessed with the Beatles, so I was so happy to see this.
You are?
Yeah, I still am after all these years. They came out with The Beatles Get Back, a sneak peek from Peter Jackson. Do you know about this project?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so Peter Jackson, I'll just preface it by saying he made a World War I documentary where he got all this old footage and they completely like restored it and made it look amazing. And that's so essentially he's doing that, but with the Beatles footage of them recording the album Get Back.
Okay.
Because all you ever see up until then is just crappy old like 16 millimeter footage that, you know, got transferred 3 times and then it was on VHS and then somebody uploaded it.
Right.
But then, but now, so they went back to the negatives.
Ooh, the negatives.
Or maybe the positives. I don't know. Who knows? But it was film.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I'm sure it was negatives, but who knows? Yeah.
It
But
probably would have been negative film for what they were shooting. I don't think they would have shot on like, you know, reversal stock.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, and I'm sure they wouldn't just give them a bunch of prints and just be like, "Here you go."
They might though.
Yeah, who knows?
Also, on another Beatles related thing, keeping with the negative. Exactly 2 weeks and 40 years ago is when Mark David Chapman shot John Lennon.
Yeah, 40-year reunion. And that brings me to this too. And was it you I was telling? I was saying it's so freaking weird because John Lennon has now been dead as long as he was alive.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird to think because of how much his actual life mattered so much. It's just so weird to think like that he's actually been dead just as long as he was alive.
And as somebody who's older now than John Lennon when he was shot, it's like, what kind of legacy am I going to leave?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, 40 years
I
from now,
say
you're
that like you're some piece of shit. I go, yeah, exactly.
You son of a bitch. Like 40 years ago, they're not going to be like, hey, it's that guy who assassinated Tony Bonacci after a food podcast. You know, it's like...
He was real full. He was full. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, we're
come
back
on,
to
Aaron. We're
assassination and
special.
serial bombing.
We're special. Yeah. I mean, we're not as special, but we're still special. We're good enough. We're smart enough, and doggone it, people like us.
People like us. At least the 13 people that are going to watch this episode or listen to us. I mean, but it's weird that Mark David Chapman. I mean, he's still here. He's still alive. He's still in this world somewhere.
That shithead. Can't believe nobody smothered him yet in jail.
Yeah.
But anyway, not to get on a dark note again. But anyway, to bring it back from the dark side of.
So how about the Catcher in the Rye? Have you read the Catcher in the Rye lately?
No.
Good old J.D. Salinger.
Is that what he had with him? I forgot. I think.
Oh yeah. Catcher in the Rye. Yeah, he just kind of shot him, and then he kind of sat there and read Catcher in the Rye until the police came, and they're like, "Did you shoot?" And he was like, "Yep, I did it. I shot Mr. Lennon." You know.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So
it's Yeah, I don't think he might not have all been there, you know, in his full faculties.
Well, about food anyway.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Are we? I know we get off on tangents, but let's dive into what we dove into. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Well, you said actually I think we left it to Whitney this time, right?
Yeah. Because
we're like, let's let Whitney pick a place that we haven't been before.
Yeah, and it was because she had a hankering for something, and I kind of thought that's a good idea, and I knew it was somewhere like it was. As usual, this was kind of a last minute plan as far as like where, and it was kind of a place where I was like, oh, that's perfect because that's not too far from Aaron, and I didn't know how crazy we wanted to get tonight about going somewhere.
Did she have a hanker for a hunk of cheese?
No, well, kind of. So here it was. So it was kind of cheesy. So here's what she absolutely wanted. Chicken Alfredo or fettuccine Alfredo. So that's what we got. Okay, so I'm going to do the rundown. Aaron, our total was like $40 and something. So there's quite a rundown.
$40.
Are you ready for this?
No.
Just, oh my gosh. 2 cups of minestrone soup. 3 of their homemade sourdough rolls. Isn't that what they are? Homemade sourdough rolls? Yep. An order of their homemade garlic bread that has cheese on it. Or no, homemade cheese bread. Yep, not the garlic bread. It was the cheese bread. Did I already say the 2 cups of minestrone soup that came with the meals?
You did, but say them again.
2 cups of minestrone soup.
And again.
3 homemade sourdough rolls. 2 of the homemade cheese breads. Just pieces, not orders. And then we got, oh my goodness, we got chicken Alfredo, chicken fettuccine Alfredo. And then also, are you ready for this? And this is sick. I didn't even know we had this until I opened the package. I think Whitney secretly ordered this. It's under the baked pasta sections, the Italian sampler with cannelloni, cheese ravioli with beef and cheese tortellini.
What?
With pomarola or Alfredo sauce.
Oh.
I don't know what that voice or accent was.
I order Sergeant Peffer's at least like, well, not once a week, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's up there in my 3 or 4 times a month, era phase.
Yeah.
Thing, and I've never got the Italian sampler.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. It's just like it comes in like a little container, almost like if you were to order like lasagna,
right,
or something. But we went hog wild tonight. Like Aaron, when we're trying to lose weight, me and Whitney will literally get that grilled chicken salad and split that. And that usually comes with the roll, and then we'll split the one roll. We literally had an entire sourdough roll and a piece of garlic cheese bread. Literally, like part of the chicken fettuccine Alfredo, part of the sampler, and then literally our soups. Like we split 1 cup of soup, actually. I tried to make it, like, I love how I tried to make it less. Like, I'm like, oh, we weren't that bad. We only had half the soup. And then what else? Oh, and then that chicken salad, which was good. But
sometimes you just got to be munchy, That's okay. Yeah. That's all right.
I mean, in our defense, we did save like half the food. Besides the bread.
Let me say this. Portions and pleasure.
Yeah.
It was something Amy Schmidt from the Dairy Council used to say back on our 11:30 newscast stuff,
Portions and pleasure.
Although
fortune can't be measured.
She was talking more about like portions as in like only 1 portion of like stuff and not like 3 entrees. So maybe I shouldn't quote that. Well, I'll tell you again, like I said, Sergeant Peffer's is one of my routine things. Normally, I would get the creamy chicken Alfredo.
Oh, it is an old go-to for you. But you usually get don't you?
Normally, I get
pizza?
creamy chicken Alfredo with the soup of the day.
Ooh.
I know there's soups by heart. Normally, my days that I go is Friday for the chicken Florentine soup or Saturday for the Italian chili. Today is creamy chicken, cream of mushroom beefy cream of mushroom.
Ooh.
Tomorrow's California vegetable.
Oh my gosh, that's almost like school lunch names.
Yeah, and then yesterday would have been the Italian potato, which is also good. They're all good. I mean, like I normally wouldn't eat like a cream of mushroom soup, but like their mushroom soup is good. However,
I hate mushrooms, so I wouldn't either.
But it's actually really good because it's like it's their cream base. It's like their cream base, and it's just delicious. I mean, and again, like a vegetable soup. Like I wouldn't normally eat a vegetable soup, but their creamy vegetable soup
actually has flavor.
Yeah, it's amazing. You would actually enjoy it. I'm
gonna have to try it.
However, today I wanted to go for something different, so I ordered their prime cut pizza.
Ooh, what is that?
Because I've been kind of wanting their pizza for a while. Last time, I think I called up on Saturday and it was put on hold for 2 minutes, so I decided to hang up and get something else. Because hey, I ain't got time for that. If I have to like call your thing and like listen to your voice thing, press 2 to get to order, say, yeah, I'm going to place an order, and then be put on hold for 2 minutes. It's like, you know what? Click, I'll do something else.
If there's one thing we've learned throughout this whole podcast, it's that Aaron does not want to hassle with ordering. And I don't either.
Yeah, and I've been watching. Well, I guess that was before I was watching like a serial bomb dramatic TV programming. So who knows what would happen now? I might go full Ted Kaczynski. You know, I mean, I should not say that out loud because that will actually be used against their. You know, in fact, scratch all of that. Anyways, so the prime cut pizza is American and Italian sausages, beef, pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and smoked bacon.
Oh, meat lovers.
So let me tell you this: there's a lot of meat on this thing, Tony.
That's like a meat lovers.
I will tell you this, though. I was not happy because I was waiting. Well, I was happy with the pizza. I mean,
in line, in the drive-thru. Sorry.
You told me that you'd order your food, so I went and called my order in, and they told me 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm like, all right, that's great. So I was there. I was in line. There were 3 cars in front of me, only 3 cars in front of me. I was in line for over 16 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
Before and I was only, I timed it, because when they say 25 to 30 minutes, I time it to see, like, all right, you got to make sure I'm there within 25 minutes or something. And
yeah.
And like I was only in line. I mean, I was only at the window for like a minute and 23 seconds.
Yeah, so they let somebody wait at the window. That's
yeah. And the whole thing is you order your food, they give you a time, and you show up and get your food in the time. It's like if you're ordering your food at the window, it's like that there's because like by the time that I was I had called the order in, waited for it with 3 cars ahead of me.
You could have done that. Just called it, yeah.
And went home. 54 minutes. That's almost an hour.
Oh my gosh. Don't they have spots? I swear they have spots where people can pull over and wait.
They do.
So why did they let them wait at the window?
And I've been there where they said, okay, wait there and we'll bring it out to you. I don't know.
That's so annoying.
So that was annoying. And then it's like, so then by the time I get home and eat it, it's like my pizza's been done for like 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's cold.
Yeah. And so that's the thing.
Now, I enjoy a cold pizza as much as the next guy.
Yeah, but you want it to be cold. First of all, you want it hot when you have it the first time, but then the next day or later that night, then you want it refrigerator cold.
And, I could have actually went inside and got it, but at that point, I was already like behind, behind a car and in front of another car, so I couldn't just like...
you got locked in.
Get out and grab my pizza and then like, take off, but...
Yeah.
So that was a very
That's messed up.
Not good experience. And that's after I watched all this Ted Kaczynski and Eric Rudolph stuff.
So you were going crazy yourself. Nobody does it like us. Sergeant Peffer's has been preparing delicious, award-winning cuisine for over 25 years. Simply put, great people preparing great food for great people. We have grown, but our classic recipes and techniques will never change. Look for new menu items and expect the same quality food at affordable prices. That makes Sergeant Pepper's a great value. So whether you're dining in, taking it to go, driving through, getting a delivery, or enjoying a catering, we guarantee the Italian Battalion will raise a smile. We're open 8 days. We're open 8 days a week. Come and see us today at any of our 2 locations in Midtown or Millard. How come everything also has a Millard location? Like, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, and I don't think there really is 8 days a week, Tony. I don't know what calendar they're going off of.
I think that might be the Aztecan calendar.
Or the Julian Lennon calendar.
Yeah.
Julian calendar.
Julian.
Yeah, never mind.
I forgot. Also, wait, what? Were you actually referencing that?
Well, the Julian calendar is the calendar that we go off of.
Oh, God. I literally didn't even get it because I've never heard that.
It was way over your head, Tony.
I literally have never heard that. I don't know why I keep saying literally.
Try to catch up, okay? Try to catch up.
All right.
Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
In demand. Oh, wait. I forgot what the rest of that is.
All right. Consumer advisory. Thoroughly cooking foods of animal origin such as beef, eggs, fish, lamb, and pork, poultry, or shellfish reduces the risk of foodborne illness.
What about it?
That's on their menu.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Tony.
Random review. A top spot for quality cafe food. I wanted to post a food pic, but it looked so good I couldn't stop. Reminds me of a cafe in Chicago I love to visit.
Is that how they sounded?
Yep. One more random review.
Okay.
We went into this with relatively low expectations. However, we'd seen pictures of the food on Yelp and it looked good, so we wanted to try it. We ordered the cheesy bread, mozzarella sticks, and for our entrees, my husband ordered the yellow submarine and I ordered the baked tortellini with Alfredo sauce. And boy, let me tell you, our food was amazing. The only
Boy, let me tell you.
The only complaint we had was that we had to ask for our mozzarella sticks to be reheated because they were served to us still cold. However, I think this was just a fluke and not a regular circumstance. They were apologetic and immediately fixed the issue. Once they were thoroughly heated, they tasted incredible. We enjoyed this little mom and pop hole in the wall type restaurant with delicious food, and if you do too, you need to try this place.
All right.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, it made sense. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a long one. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was like, lady, are you nuts? I was like, did she write? I was like, did she write a novel or?
That's quite the novel.
But yeah, as far as our experience goes, I would say it was good. I would say it's kind of a pig out fest with what we got. It's kind of weird because even though I'm part Italian, I would say that like when it comes to like that type of Italian, just like greasy like containers full of pasta and like cheese and all that, it's a good pig out fest. But I never like can really discern like flavors like that. It's not very. I think it's because my favorite stuff is like Thai and Indian and Ethiopian and stuff with like actual seasonings,
right,
and not just like. Yeah, this is melted cheese and like basil or like, I don't know. It's so good to just pig out on that, the pasta bakes and stuff like that. But it's not like I'm like, oh man, the flavors are amazing or anything. So it's kind of just a pig out for me.
Right.
Like weirdly, I would say if anything, the best flavorings was the grilled chicken and the salad, and then also the minestrone soup. So I don't know.
And with their pizza, like the Italian sausage had a pretty strong, flavor. There's the little random fennel seed.
Oh yeah,
whatnot.
Those are good. Those have that little kick. The little kick.
So that does have a kick. It's not just like a regular meat lover's pizza, because some, if you're into meat and pizza, sometimes you get a meat lover's pizza or something, and it's like, all right, it's just basically like 50 pounds of meat here.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of becomes the same weird, sludge.
Like, know what you're in for in that situation.
But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, there's a little, there's snozberries. So there's no snozberries. That's not a meat.
Snozberries taste like snozberries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so it was good, it was a good experience. Luckily, we didn't wait too long in line. And we were already on the road. We came from Target, so that was fun.
Yum.
What else? Have we watched anything else? I don't think so. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and The Last Dragon. That's the big ones that I've been watching. And then that Beatles preview, which if anybody wants to watch it, it's on YouTube, and it's called The Beatles Get Back, a sneak peek from Peter Jackson.
I might need to look that up.
Yeah, you got to see the nicely scanned footage. The
Beatles Get Back sneak peek.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh. We can't play any of it because we'll go to jail.
I know. We don't want to go to prison for playing a clip of The Beatles Get Back by Peter Jackson. Yeah.
So what else is going on?
I don't know. Just still organizing from moving. Oh, I brought over all the bikes today, the mopeds. I got I went on my first electric moped ride today for the first time in a long time because it was kind of warm. I went out cruising. I had a little bit of time. So that was cool.
Fun.
Yep, just finished up a big edit project. That's all done, so that's good. So now I can relax for Christmas. I can get our place set up. Whatever else. Go drive around your DeLorean once I get the keys. Oh wait, no, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Good luck with that.
You're like, it might not go very far.
The second you hit the time circuits, you'll be like, oh no, Tony's stuck, Where's Tony? Not where's Tony. When's Tony?
Oh my gosh. Should we make a short for the next Omaha Film Festival and only that festival where it's you letting me, like, it's you parking the DeLorean in my garage and then I have the keys because you're like, well, if you need to like move it for an emergency, then you'll have the keys. But then I take it out and then like I weirdly do hit 88 miles an hour and I do go into a different time. I guess that's not that unique.
Yikes.
You're like, Tony, that's just basically another parody of Back to the Future.
Yeah. I mean, I think
but I guess my point is that the idea of my short would be, or our short would be, that like obviously that's just the movie and it's not real or whatever, but then somehow it is real. And then I look back in the seat and I'm like, oh my God, he did have the flux capacitor.
Yeah, that crazy guy, he had the flux capacitor all along. And also, speaking of flux capacitors and Back to the Future,
yeah,
I got my Rick and Morty pinball machine the other day.
Yeah, I saw
exactly
that.
1 year after pre-ordering it. It's sold out.
How happy are you?
In like 4 hours when it was released, like last year.
Is it a seller's market? Like, if you want it, not that you would, but if you wanted to, could you get way more than you paid?
Absolutely.
That's
way more.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Because like they haven't made them all yet, and like there's way more people want them than there will ever be the actual games at this point in time. So
that is so sweet. Didn't you say you got it because you were just on top of it and you saw right when it went up for sale and you ordered it?
Yeah, it went for sale like exactly at 9 a.m. Last year on this day that it went for sale on, and so I was there like ready, like logged in. And then, like, right at, refresh the page, it wasn't there. Refresh the page, it wasn't there. At exactly 9 o'clock, refresh the page, it's there. And then, even then, like, by the time that I finally got the order to go through, was 7 minutes later. Because everything was, like, slowed down so much like that, and I got, like, serial number 396, because they give them sequentially.
Yeah.
And that's just as, like, logging in right at 9, putting it into your cart and trying to get your options in and hitting buy, immediately.
Yeah.
And then by the time, so on the other hand,
That's
the longer you wait, the more they kind of refine things at the factory and the better, that they get, because the earlier ones, it's like, oh, we didn't realize
you do not want the first 100.
You don't. You generally don't. And then a lot of things you don't.
Here's what you want. You want like the ones in the second batch where like they were like, oh, you guys, that was the cheap wire. We should have went with the little bit better wire. And then they get the better wire. And then they're like, oh, yeah, that little thing was wrong. We should fix that.
Well, there's a few things like that. And then the new thing now that is there's a particular... what was it, a bushing or something on the flippers that was raised a little high, and that they're going to have to get new ones manufactured, and mine would be affected by that, but I'm not worried about that. It's a fun game, though, because it has a swearing mode like that, so you can have it so it's completely family friendly, or completely
awesome.
Just crazy Justin Roiland, Rick and Morty, like, swearing at you like left and right, it's insane.
That's what you need.
Insane.
You need the cuss mode.
Yeah, so like when I received it, it was set to like swearing off, and I was like,
yeah, because they're playing it safe.
It's weird. It's not swearing at me. Let me turn this this on to here, and but it's really fun though, because like it actually is the sense of humor of and the style of Rick and Morty really lends itself well to a pinball machine.
Like it's just fun. It matches it.
The different modes and the different adventures and stuff. It just kind of it kind of makes sense, and also like. Rick is definitely very condescending and yelling at you. It's like really hit the ramp. Just okay. I'm gonna make it easy for you. Then he'll make like all the targets like live, and it's like literally just hit anything. This is basic pinball stuff. I don't know why you're having so much trouble with this. It's hilarious.
That's awesome. It's well made. Is it? So how like you have some of your pinballs are like super fun and like better than others. Is that one of the better like for playing? Like, would you consider the play of it really awesome?
Better than others. That's kind of a...
I guess I just mean it seems like some of the pinball machines are like way more fun to play, and then some of them you just die right away. Like the ball goes in easier, or it goes in the hole faster, and it's not as fun. That's coming from an amateur.
They're all basically devices that are made to take your quarters and like convert it into like a few minutes of play. I mean, it's not like it's not a video game where they want you to like sit there and play with one life for like 4 hours. It's not. That's true. It's not Grand Theft Auto. Is
it a wide play field?
It's an amusement device, but it's a fun one though. And it has the immortality field, so like if you drain right away, they're pretty good at giving you another ball.
That's cool. Does it have the wider play field, or is it then more narrow?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about, because generally like there's only a handful of like wide body pinball machines that have the wide play field. If that's what you're talking about,
wasn't Funhouse the wide body?
No, Twilight Zone has a wide body.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Twilight Zone.
Yeah, Funhouse doesn't, though.
So it's just standard, basically. Yeah.
It's a standard body, like about 99% of all pinball machines that exist.
So that was that special. The Twilight Zone one is like a super special, unique.
Yeah.
The white. Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Twilight Zone, Indiana Jones. There's only a few handful of actual true wide bodies, and then there's like stuff like the Black Hole and Haunted House that are a wider body as well. Some of the older machines.
That's cool. Well, nice. Should we start talking about synthesizers?
Yeah, I suppose we could talk about synthesizers.
Have you gotten anything new that you would like to feature?
Well, let's see. I got my Black Friday modules that were sent 2-day priority, finally arrived like over 2 weeks later yesterday.
Oh my gosh. How dare they be late? Don't they know you've been waiting?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what the heck,
Like, don't be late.
U.S. Postal Service at the moment is a complete nightmare. Don't send anything USPS.
Yeah.
If you either A, don't want it to completely like go missing for a week or two.
Yeah, it's like they purposely messed it up for the election, and then now it's already messed up for Christmas, and then
it's basically completely sabotaged. And who knows?
Yeah.
And obviously, there's also a global pandemic going on. But I mean, this is like, it's a series of like things that missteps, a lot of them intentional, and then on top of that, then the pandemic incidental stuff, and then like it's just a horrible time. And not to cast aspersions if you happen to work for the U.S. Postal Service. I mean, don't like spit on my mail or crush my synth modules. But anyways,
crush.
No. I mean, I've got a few new modules here and there, and I've got like my Hyperion effects processor and the Morpheus Z-Plane. I actually got a lot of modules from the kind of like the Black Friday sales and offers and stuff. But gosh, what to use for an episode tonight, huh? You had mentioned doing like a kind of a Beatlesy thing, and the Mellotron is obvious for that. We kind of did that a little bit on the Dire Lion, though.
Oh, that's true. I totally forgot we did that. We did kind of the Beatlesy.
Now, the Beatles...
I want the Dire
Lion. Is a chip in it.
I need to listen to that. What were you going to say, though?
The Beatles also were one of the earlier users of the Moog modular for like the... Harrison had a Moog modular back when was one of the first customers, and used it in like Here Comes the Sun and a few
didn't
other
they use
things,
it on Abbey Road? Yeah.
So something kind of in that style using my synthesizers.com system would kind of make sense.
Ooh, we could do that.
Well, it's going to be synthesizers.com, which is going to be a synthesizer not as a clone, but as a design inspired by the Moog modular that would have been used by George Harrison for, the Beatles. I would like to buy an actual real Moog modular, but those cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I would trade the DeLorean for an actual decent cabinet of original Moog modular stuff. If anybody out there, wants to trade.
Yeah, you got to find somebody to trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sweet man. Should you hit the synth?
All right, I'm gonna hit the synth. One last reminder: if you have a Moog System 35 or something and you want a DeLorean, let's trade.
He's willing. synthesizers.com.
Synthesizers.com, made by Roger Arick, who's a robotics guy that got into, who always wanted to make it. He always wanted the Moog synthesizer, and so after he made some money in robotics, he kind of like started the synth company, and so he could kind of build his own Moog modular.
Oh my gosh, that is nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
I
guess that's it.
Is that it, everybody? Stay safe, and
We'll talk to you soon.
yeah. Munchy. Munchy boy.